And welcome to Premier Wrestling Alliance. My name is Aaron Hurt, privileged to be your host for the debut episode of the PWA Experience, coming to you on Facebook Live, PWAOhio.com, YouTube.com/PWAOhio. However you are experiencing this program, we want to welcome you to the most unique pro wrestling in Ohio or anywhere else in the Midwest. We've got a lot of great action to look at from our most recent event on January the 6th and see how all of that leads up to our next big show, January the 20th, from the PWA Arena in Lancaster, Ohio. So here we go with PWA.
I'm switching up all those I'm a soldier, yeah, I told ya. I'm on the mission, I'm switching.
His partner from Detroit, Michigan, is Mastif!
All right, fans, Aaron Hurt here at ringside with one half of the PWA Tag Team Champions, franchise player Chris Cruit. We are taking a look at your match here from January the 6th against a team of young up-and-comers here, Mastif, the man in the ring, and Cody Blaze. So, champ, why don't we just set the table here? What do you guys think about your opponents in this match?
You know, I had seen Mastif and Cody Blaze their last few outings here in the PWA, and I was really excited to give a couple young guys an opportunity at the Tag Team Champions. You see Mastif, he's got me back there in the corner. That is a strong, strong dude. Those muscles ain't just for show, they're for go.
Well, we have definitely been impressed with what we've seen of him so far, and these two are quickly coming together as a very effective team, meaning Blaze and Mastif. There you see that strength that you were talking about, able to easily break the grip and turn this into, looks like he was going for a hammerlock or an armbar, and he just went right to the side headlock there, but not enough to keep you standing still. That big shoulder block, though, looked like that connected.
Yeah, I felt that for quite a while. Mastif, you know, I was a little playing out process right here. I wanted to feel him out and see what he had.
I was going to say it looks like definitely a bit of gamesmanship, letting him come to you, which is always the approach to take. Oh, look at this. Look at the display of strength by Mastif. Just scoops you up and plants you like it was nothing. But over near the ropes here.
And that's where you got to question his motives. You got a guy like this, young, strong, up-and-comer, and he's already resorting to the tactics of that.
Well, I will say that I think he was just a little unsure where to go when he had you down in that position. Good exchange here to the outlaw, Tony James.
Oh, he's in trouble now. Here comes big Tony James.
Look, this is where the tag team expertise comes into play, because you guys have essentially drawn a diagonal line across that ring, cutting it off from your opponents. Tony James starting to work Mastif over there, that big elbow on the money.
You know, teaming with Tony James these last few months has really been a lot of fun.
Oh, hold up, 1, 2.
It's
maybe
close.
Yeah.
You got to, you know, that's one of the things. A lot of these new guys, they come in and they don't realize the importance of a pinfall. Every pinfall that you kick out of is that much more energy that you've exerted, and that's exactly what Tony James is doing. He knew he wasn't going to get Mastif that easy, but he was going to use it to wear him down. And that's what Tony James does. He grabs a hold of you, he knocks you down, he wears you down, and that's why we've been as successful, that was easy for me to say, as we have been.
One thing I know about Tony James is he is as intelligent and crafty as he is tough. shoots that half Nelson, rolls him over there for a cover. Quick 1 count, and there's an exchange back to the franchise player here. Now, at this point, are you sort of more comfortable thinking that, okay, we've seen what these guys can do, now let's get into our game plan, or is this still the feeling out process?
You know, we're starting to sink in, get things situated just the way we want it. One of my favorite moves right there, second rope elbow drop.
Out of the Bret Hart playbook there.
Well, I think I've done it more times now than Bret Hart.
As you can see, Mastif has got that knee right between the shoulder blades, grounding Tony James, trying to connect with a big forearm shot, but Tony able to avoid at least the brunt of it. Cover hook of the leg, 2 count.
You're not going to beat Tony James that easily.
Well, and I also saw that he had his eye on you in the other corner as well. Oh, look at this. Big belly-to-back suplex. Tony James probably took a lot more out of him to get that big man up that he was expecting, but exchange on both sides. We've got a house of fire here in the franchise player.
You know, that was the inexperience on these young guys right there. Big flying clothesline by myself, Chris Cruit. When I first came in, I thought it was going to be a 2-on-1 situation. I thought the two of them were going to try to use the odds against me, 2 against 1, and they didn't, and that was not to their favor.
Well, hopefully they are paying as close attention to this match as all of you great fans are out there, and see where...
What do you think about that DDT? Wouldn't that make Jake Roberts sad?
Well, I am equally as impressed by how
this is the Cruit crap block. Pay attention. Full Nelson on his belly. You crank back the Cruit crap block, because that's what they say. Oh, crap.
Well, it definitely proved to be effective under those circumstances, and following that up off of that devastating DDT would put away any man regardless of experience. But thank you, Champ, for giving you your insight on this match. We are going to hear a little bit more about some of the ramifications of this match and what it means for another great match we have lined up here later in the show. All right, PWA fans, hope you enjoyed that last match featuring the man at my side here, one half of the PWA Tag Team Champions franchise player, Chris Cruit. Now, you guys had a lot to handle in the newcomers, Cody, Blaze, and Mastif, but after that victory, you also laid out a challenge to the teams that we will be seeing later on in the broadcast, and it definitely added some fuel to an already intense fire between the teams of Forte-Rico and Blade and L.A. Cordova. So let everybody know about what was going on with that situation.
You know, they say in professional wrestling, never bury your opponents and always put them over and say good things about them. So, Cody, Blaze, Mastif, those are 2 tough dudes, and that's not me just saying it. That's the fact. Those 2 guys, they got a big future in the PWA. Today just wasn't their day. Oh, listen, you got Bryan Blade. He's always crying about wanting a rematch. You got L.A. Cordova. He's always crying about his daddy's money. You got Forte-Rico. Those are 2 up-and-coming dudes. They're all going to be wrestling each other. I just said, hey, maybe the winner gets a tag team title match on January 20th.
Well, stick around, fans, to see who emerged from that match and who is set to face the champions on our next event, January the 20th. But before we get to that, we're going to take a look at some singles action. We've got gorgeous Morgan Taylor set to face Chase Ryan. What do you think about these 2, champ?
Good Lord, Morgan Taylor. Let's check out some footage.
All right, we're going to go right to the ring for our next match. All right, back with Chris Cruit here. Now, this is gorgeous Morgan Taylor, the suspended fellow, against Chase Ryan. Both of these guys coming off a bit of a losing streak to round out 2017, looking to get 2018 off on the right foot. And, Champ, I want to get your assessment of Chase Ryan in particular. This young man looks like he has all the physical and athletic gifts to be a very quickly rising star in the PWA. What do you think that the future holds for Chase Ryan?
Well, Chase Ryan himself is already in his young career a one-time PWA Tag Team Champion. He teamed with a partner at the time, the Irish Hitman Lafferty. Oh, knocked down Morgan Taylor. That doesn't look so gorgeous for Morgan.
Certainly not. And the man from the Massachusetts area ducking for the safety of the ropes in that situation. But whatever Morgan may lack in aesthetic value, he makes up
Big
for.
clothesline followed up by a second one.
Yeah,
Chase Ryan is on fire. Morgan Taylor up and down.
Scooping and slam. I was going to say that you can put a beating on Morgan Taylor, but he's not going to go away quietly. But I have to say that I think Chase Ryan really needs to get a big victory under these circumstances here. I think that were he able to...
he tried a modified powerbomb out of the corner.
Yeah, it looked like Morgan Taylor came down on the back of his head there, but I don't know if that's the kind of place that's going to cause him much harm.
I have to assume he's been dropped on the back of his head a time or 10.
Yeah, his fashion sense seems to indicate
Morgan
that.
Taylor, he's taking Chase for granted, thought he got rid of him.
Well, this to me is what Morgan Taylor needs to make adjustments to compensate for in...
he's got him rolled up.
Big sunset flip there, almost got the 2 count right in the middle of the ring, but Morgan Taylor takes the shortcut rake of the eyes there. Now, we've got Morgan Taylor throwing those noodle arm punches that doesn't look like they would dent a balloon, but nonetheless, Chase Ryan firing back with some far more effective forearm shots there.
Chase taking a play out of Morgan Taylor's playbook, making fun of the gorgeous one himself. But there's the thing. You can't underestimate gorgeous Morgan Taylor. While his antics are questionable, he is a tough dude.
Chase Ryan able to avoid the charging Massachusetts metrosexual, and Morgan Taylor still appears to be one step ahead, but he has got to put Chase Ryan away quickly while he has the opportunity, because as we have said and as you can see, Chase Ryan is just a physical specimen unlike anybody else that we have here in the PWA. And
hey, what am I, chopped liver? Good Lord.
Well, champ, it's all relative, as they say, especially here in Lancaster, Ohio.
I don't even know what you meant by that. I've got an idea. But back to the action. Morgan Taylor has worn down Chase, and that's the thing. All of those muscles and those washboard abs, they don't mean anything when you're down on the mat. But Chase is firing back, coming back on Morgan.
Got separation with a pair of elbows there. And
big drop kick.
Absolutely. That's what we're talking about when we talk about athleticism from this man. He came from a standing position with that drop kick, and he just did the deal right there, planted Morgan Taylor with that Falcon arrow. Taylor,
is that what that was? I was wondering what that was.
Well, that's what I've heard it called in the past. Whether he has a particular pet name for it, I don't know. But that is a boot to the face, and it needs no explanation. Fireman's carry. What are we going to see here? Taylor finds the back door, handful of tights. Roll up. Even with the handful of tights, not enough to put away Chase Ryan.
He had a hold of those tights the entire time. Chase Ryan still able to kick out. These fans are going crazy. This is our first event of the year. These fans are going banana.
And we are so thrilled to be starting off
no,
2018.
Here it comes.
Kill switch, the Morgan driver.
That's the gorgeous drop right there.
Hooks the leg. Foot on the rope.
The foot was on the rope. He pulled the foot off of the rope.
But the referee didn't see it. Hello, PWA fans. My name is Aaron Hurt, here to tell you all about how you can keep up with PWA online. Just search PWA Ohio on Facebook or on YouTube, or check out PWAOhio.com for all of the latest information about upcoming events, the latest videos and highlights of past events, and interviews with your favorite PWA wrestlers. So make sure that you like and follow all of those pages. That's PWAOhio.com, PWA Ohio on Facebook, and PWA Ohio on YouTube. And follow along with all of us here from Premier Wrestling Alliance, and we hope to see you at the PWA Arena very soon.
not sit down. Stand up when I'm speaking to you.
What is LA doing?
LA Cordova seemingly with a proposition here for his opponents.
Me and Bryan Blade are fully aware. We are fully aware that this is a high-stakes match. The winner of this match will go on to face Tony James and Chris Cruit for the PWA Tag Team Championships. Now, with that being said, we're still in the tail end of the holiday season, and me and Bryan Blade are feeling very, very generous.
I've never known him to be generous.
So,
I just want to see him get to the point
we
here.
would like to offer you a proposal. Because we know that everyone in this building loves you,
I think the crowd's showing their disapproval rather, of LA Cordova. I think they wanted to see some action.
alright, that's enough. Shut up when I'm speaking.
LA Cordova appears to be trying to do things here.
Because of that, we don't want to see you guys get embarrassed in front of all of your fans. So I would like to offer you a proposal. To avoid all of the embarrassment that me and Bryan Blade would have put up, to avoid all of the embarrassment that me and Bryan Blade would have affected you.
Spit it out, Rich Boy.
We are giving you the opportunity to step through those ropes and go to the back and just give us our victory.
He's got to be delusional. I mean, that's a foregone conclusion anyway. But
Wait a minute. Did he just say that he was going to spare them the embarrassment if they just leave the ring and forfeit the match?
I mean, that's certainly what it sounded like. I mean, I don't believe my ears, and I'm sure that Forte-Rico had the same disdainful reaction to that particular invitation.
LA Cordova might even cut you a check.
And then
Now he's offered to
I was
pay.
gonna say, that's
Good
the only
God.
other weapon in his arsenal. If he can't bully you into doing what he wants, he'll just try to buy you off.
So you actually look like you're worth something. Step to the back.
Quite frankly, I think it would
Take your loss.
be well out of the character of these
Get
two
your
men
new gear
to
and come
acquiesce
back
to
when
such an
you're worth
offer.
something.
Well, I don't know. They're leaving.
I was going to say that they might be proving me wrong here.
What are they doing? There is no way Forte-Rico is going to do this. They're going to give in to this.
I can hardly believe what I'm hearing and seeing myself.
And cash your check.
And he's still going on about something.
LA's been telling me for a long time that he can buy anything or anyone, and I can't believe I'm seeing this.
Well, we'll just see if that claim holds true.
Some dirty burgundy would look real good.
I guess the negotiations continue here.
The crowd is silent. They're stunned.
Well, as I said, it definitely not what you would expect to see from these two men, Tommy Forte and Jeremy Rodriguez. But I think that this is all an elaborate ruse. We know that they would never turn tail.
Whoa, they're back. Forte-Rico hit the ring. Firing on Bryan Blade and LA Cordova. They suckered him in, thinking they were taking off. You're going to take the money.
Definitely a surprise, but LA Cordova and Bryan Blade are doing their best to hold their own to fight off this attack.
You got Blade and Tommy Forte on the floor. LA Cordova.
Oh, did you see that? LA Cordova tried to throw a chain to Bryan Blade, but it looked like Forte intercepted it and discarded it. But already he's trying to introduce a weapon into this situation. We know that this is for the #1 contendership for the tag team title, so they're going to try to win at all costs. But after their attempt to buy off the loyalty or the participation, I guess, of Forte-Rico has failed, they've got nothing left to do but resort to cheating and weapons. But here we see Jeremy Rodriguez trying to fight off LA Cordova.
Knocked him down with a shoulder tackle, up and over.
Big leapfrog.
I've never seen a small leapfrog. goes for the cover. Only a 1 count. L.A. Cordova is up and out. Jeremy Rodriguez is one of the most popular wrestlers in all of the Premier Wrestling Alliance. Had a hard time getting him up on that one.
Yeah, it definitely looks like,
What's going to happen here?
that these two men might be.
Down on top of L.A.
I was gonna
Tommy
say-
goes for the cover.
I was going to say they might be getting a little bit tired by this point of the match, but you see the continuity on display, and you are definitely right in that both of these men are perhaps the biggest sensations introduced.
Kicked him right in the knee. That's one of the moves that really just has no place in wrestling. That can take a man's career out just at the drop of a hat. You kick him in the knee. The knee only bends one way. That is dirty pool, in my opinion, on behalf of L.A. Cordova.
And he's trying to dislocate that knee, but as I was saying, these two men are perhaps the biggest sensations to emerge on the PWA scene in 2017, but that may be short-lived if L.A. Cordova keeps working over that left knee of Tommy Forte, and perhaps a somewhat arrogant cover there, but not enough to put away Mr. Forte. And we know that these men are fighting for a chance to face you and your partner on January the 20th. But if are you taking notice of the injury perhaps that might have occurred to Mr. Forte here? I mean, I think that that's something that could affect their chances in a future match should they earn one here.
You know, I'd like to say that we would not go after an injury if we knew about it in advance, and we would just do things on the up and up. But at the end of the day, if it comes down to it, we do what we have to do to keep the tag team titles, and that's just the way I've been.
Well, nobody would dispute.
Would I target the knee now?
Well, what we're seeing here, it looked to be a bit of miscommunication from the team of Bryan Blade and L.A. Cordova, but they appear to be back on the same page here now.
Oh, L.A. waistlocked his partner, threw him into Tommy Forte down in the corner, just smashed him, and Bryan Blade is 285, 290 pounds of solid man into the face of Tommy Forte.
Yeah, you get that much momentum going on its own, it's bad enough, but when he gets the assist from his partner like he did, then it's amazing that Tommy Forte was even able to be dragged back to his feet like he was, and quickly sent back down with that clubbing forearm, and another one from...
Those are big forearm smashes.
Big heavyweight here, but we're jumping ahead to further action as the Outlaws are in firm control, definitely taking a few liberties here. You see Jeremy Rodriguez in the ring at this point, and...
he's just taunting Tommy, trying to get him to come in. Don't go. Oh, see, that is a veteran move on behalf of Bryan Blade.
Absolutely.
Trying to get Tommy Forte to come in. He's got the attention of referee Johnny Long, and now the Outlaws are working him over in the corner. Speaking of the Outlaws, you got to wonder, where has Sergeant Jim Daly been as of late? He has been missing from the American Outlaws, and L.A. Cordova has taken over the bulk of their booking commitments.
Well, it seems like he is calling all of the shots based on his position as benefactor, and yes, the whereabouts of Jim Daly have been one of the bigger mysteries of recent months, but I do have to wonder if Bryan Blade is all that satisfied with the results of this partnership.
Forearm smash right to the face. L.A. went for the corner. Jeremy's got to get out of the corner.
Oh, he came up short a little bit there with that spinning wheel kick. He might have got just a bit of it, but I think that L.A. Cordova is still reeling from that impact with the turnbuckle. Tommy Forte comes in, plants an elbow right between the shoulder blades, looks for the cover.
Hooked the leg, just couldn't get it. L.A. Cordova comes out.
I was going to say, give the young man credit, for being a survivor. And
listen, Tommy Forte, he might have the most improved wrestler of the year award in my book. 2017 has been an amazing year for Tommy Forte, and now 2018, the sky is the limit. Up and over, big suplex.
Holds on for I thought he was going to go for another one there, simply just floats over into a cover, hooks the far leg. Textbook pinning combination there, but still not enough to put away L.A. Cordova. And both men look like they are nearing the end of their reserves of energy. Oh, yeah, knee.
LA caught him right with the laces of the boot.
I say I couldn't tell if he caught him with the knee or with the boot laces. No matter what, it's got Tommy Forte reeling. Good exchange.
Got him down on his knee.
They've got a 5 count.
Bryan Blades Thompson right in the stomach. Listen, Bryan Blade, you are not going to see any flashy technical wrestling coming out of that man. He is just going to come smash you right in the face and take you out with power and brute strength.
No, there's no finesse in the offensive approach of Bryan Blade, but you can take it from my co-host here that whatever he does means business. That big forearm, clothesline, whatever
Able
it was.
to get the big man down.
Yeah, it was a last-ditch effort, but it was delivered with enough force to plant Bryan Blade. Still not able to get back up.
And like we said earlier,
Look at this. LA down off of the ring apron, not in position to make a tag. You've got to wonder where these two men have found.
well, you got to remember the winner of this match gets a shot at the tag team title. Oh!
And there we've got a quick roll.
Forte-Rico pulls it out.
Tremendous victory. And we've got new #1 contenders, so
Saturday night, January 20th, it's myself and Tony James against Forte-Rico.
and you have faced these men before. In fact, they caught a fall on you guys in a 2 out of 3 falls match, which I know is something that you did not forget, and something they didn't forget either, because whether or not it was a 1 fall or a 2 out of 3 falls match, getting a fall on the champs is always something to be considered as an accomplishment. So
Bryan Blade and LA Cordova left in the ring to sort out. Whoa!
Look at this, having words. As we said, it seemed like there was some
That's
dissension.
more than words, my friend. That is a very heated argument.
No,
Bryan Blade is not happy with the benefactor, and to a nicer guy, it couldn't happen.
LA Cordova might have to add another 0-2 to that check that he gives to Bryan Blade, because, yeah, I think things are going south in a hurry here between these two. Nonetheless, we will...
LA Cordova firing back. He's standing up to him. He's not taking any of Bryan's guff.
We'll have to see how this affects their camaraderie. And
listen, these two guys, I've often wondered how things were going between them, because you never see them hanging out. You never see them riding to the events together. And it seems like it really just truly is a business relationship. And you got to wonder, how do they get along behind the scenes?
Well, they're obviously displeased with coming up short in that opportunity to get a shot at the tag team titles.
But hey, let's give it up to Forte-Rico. Saturday night, January the 20th, Tommy Forte and Jeremy Rodriguez take on myself and Outlaw Tony James for the PWA Tag Team Championship.
Fans, I'm joined by PWA champion Chris Payne, the one true superstar, self-proclaimed that is, here in PWA. Now, this next match that we're going to look at was by your grand design, but honestly, I don't think the results were exactly what you had anticipated.
Anticipation? You, Aaron Hurt, had something to do with it. Yes, I put this match together. I wanted to see this. I wanted to see two guys beat the crap out of each other that didn't deserve what they want. But the thing is this, Aaron, I was a timekeeper. Yes, things got out of control, but you know what? Let these people watch for themselves, because I, your PWA heavyweight champion, will not stick around to see what happened. I am out of here. You are the fault and the blame for everything these people are about to watch. I'm out of here.
Well, I guess that's the perspective of the champion, but he was the guest timekeeper for a no DQ match between the Irish Hitman Lafferty and Mr. Center of the Earth, Jimmy Fahrenheit, to see who would emerge as the next challenger for Chris Payne's PWA championship. Get ready. Here it comes. All right, we have made it to the main event. Now, you heard from Chris Payne just a short while ago about his involvement in this situation. There you see Irish Hitman Lafferty and our second competitor,
Mr. Center of the Earth,
Jimmy Fahrenheit. Both of these men former champions. All three of these men have been battling and scrapping for that spot at the top of the mountain in PWA. And Chris Payne with the timekeeper duties, the bell ringer, and subtle as usual.
Yeah, you know, for those of you who don't know what's going on, Chris Payne won a battle royal at our last event in 2017, and if he won, he got to pick any match of his choosing, and he chose a no disqualification match between these two men. When you pressed him and said that he must be involved in the match, he made himself the timekeeper. I don't know how he gets away with this stuff, but here we have it. We've got two former PWA heavyweight champions, actually two former PWA tag team champions also, right here in the PWA arena. No disqualification. This is not going to be for the faint of heart.
No, and the fact that both of these men have achieved such peaks in the past, it makes them all the more determined to get back to that upper echelon and that championship status. Lafferty is as no nonsense of a wrestler as I have seen, but I don't think that he's going to intimidate Jimmy Fahrenheit, even though he might be trying to at the moment, as well as our young referee here. But
yeah, no way you push Tommy Miller, that won't get you too far. No way is Jimmy Fahrenheit intimidated by Lafferty. However, I hope he does respect the ability of the Irish Hitman. They don't call him the Irish Hitman because it's a cool sounding nickname. Lafferty takes people out. He beats people down. Former heavyweight champion, former tag team champion. That's not by mistake. That's by design.
Oh, all the way across. Vaults himself out of the corner, connects with a pair of boots right to the sternum. It looks like that might have taken the wind out of Lafferty. Jimmy Fahrenheit has got to press the advantage here, got to stay on top, and I think that he might need to be the first one to take advantage of the no DQ stipulation. Big monkey flip there.
Yeah, when you have a stipulation like that, you don't want to be the second guy to take advantage of it. You want to be the first guy. You want to make sure that you do whatever you got to do to win the match. Jimmy Fahrenheit wants to get back into that championship contention. He wants to beat Chris Payne and regain the PWA Heavyweight Championship, and he needs to show it today in the match against Lafferty.
Well, we have to, of course, keep our eye on Chris Payne at ringside.
Are you kidding me?
We know he's not going to limit himself to simply sitting idling by and playing with the ring bell, and he's got too much invested in the outcome.
Stomps to the corner. Now, here's the thing. You might wonder, why is the referee not doing anything? It's no disqualification.
Right, a 5 count would be irrelevant in this situation, and Lafferty still takes a break to continue to try to intimidate our referee.
Oh, powerbomb. We saw that earlier.
Yes, we saw that attempted earlier in a previous match, but this was far more effective, and I think
Lafferty really nailed him.
Well, the strength that he has just simply makes that move even more effective, regardless of how you have your opponent positioned. I mean, when somebody grabs you and just flings you like that, there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. Oh, winds up. My God, you can hear the impact of that big lariat, and Jimmy Fahrenheit
stopped dead in his tracks down on the mat. Tommy Miller gets a 2 count.
Oh, that 1 foot cover. I mean, and there's no way Jimmy Fahrenheit's going to allow himself to be defeated in such a disgraceful fashion.
Oh, out to the floor, and that is concrete. There are no pads out there. It is solid concrete, and Jimmy Fahrenheit is on the unforgiving floor. And Lafferty's
here comes
coming up
Lafferty
after.
right after him, and yes, no pretty mats here at the PWA arena, and cause
got a steel chair right there. You got to wonder. He's got to have bad things in mind. Must have had second thoughts.
I was going to say,
you can see Chris Payne back there watching the action. He must be proud of his handiwork. He set this whole thing up.
Well, it appears that Lafferty's got a few words to share with Payne, too, and I'm just guessing that Chris Payne's going to be content to sit idly by and let these two men try to take each other apart, and he can be there to pick the bones. But
well, now, as you'll remember, Lafferty right up against the block wall.
taking it out amongst them here in the PWA arena.
I can't stress you enough that this is not padded in any way, shape, or form. Not the wall, not the floor.
No, that's a concrete wall, and there's nothing that gives in a concrete wall, at least from my understanding.
I assure you, your understanding is correct. There is no give. But let's not forget, Jimmy Fahrenheit, this past October, was the PWA heavyweight champion, was defending against Chris Payne in a ladder match, a brutal ladder match, only to have the referee get knocked out, and at which point Lafferty came out and attacked Jimmy Fahrenheit, who had retrieved the title belt.
Oh, big drop kick.
And people assumed that he was friends with Chris Payne because Chris Payne had become the PWA champion due to Lafferty's action. I don't think Lafferty likes Payne. I don't think he likes
Lafferty doesn't
Jimmy.
like anybody. That's
well, I happen to know he doesn't like you.
I'm well aware of that fact too. That's why we tend to stay far apart in the locker room.
Well, there you have it. Fahrenheit taking the offensive now. He's got the chair set up. You got to wonder what he's got in mind.
And if you look closely, you can see a bit of blood trickling from the nose of Jimmy Fahrenheit. Obviously, one of the shots he took registered quite a bit of damage. I don't know if the nose is broken or simply he just busted some of those capillaries, some of those blood vessels. Oh! Drop toe hold sends Lafferty
face first into the chair.
Yeah, that is not the way that you want to be offered a seat.
Oh, he's got the pin. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my! Honestly, I don't see how Lafferty got his bearings back in time to kick out from that.
It doesn't get much closer than that.
No, because he connected, forehead directly on the edge of the seat of that steel chair, and that's more than enough to take down a lesser man.
Lafferty's got a real thick head, though, man. I'm telling you, he has got he's got a big, everything on Lafferty's big. His arms, his leg. Have you seen the man's calves? They are just huge. He is built like a brick. Well, he is solid. And Lafferty, if you're going to take him down, it's going to take probably more than one chair shot to the head.
No, these two men have been going at it for quite a bit of time here. We are
kicking him right in the kidney.
Yeah, we see another chair introduced to the proceedings here. Both these men look to be on the verge of being blown up, as they say, overexerted. But
they've already got that chair busted up in the ring. He's just stomping away, kicking at the rib cage.
A little bit insult to injury there with the mocking of the mannerisms of Jimmy Fahrenheit donned those signature shades of
the referee. He's really helpless. All he can do is check and see if Jimmy Fahrenheit wants to give it up. He can't stop Lafferty from choking him. He can't stop him.
No, he has no authority to force a break or to intervene in any way, shape, or form. Oh!
Threw him right in that chair.
He hit his the back of his leg. Looked like near the Achilles area. That could definitely affect Jimmy Fahrenheit's acrobatic style of offense. Back across the other way, staggers to the middle of the ring, and a huge shoulder tackle, one side of the ropes to the other, but Lafferty unable to get back in time to follow up.
Well, that's the thing. When you're a big guy, it takes a lot of energy, takes a lot of cardiovascular, and if you don't have it, if you don't have that reserve in your tank, as they say, you're going to end up knocking the man down but not be able to capitalize on it. But Lafferty gets on top of him for the pin.
Referee in a very difficult position there, but able to see that that was a legal cover. And again, as we've said, there's nothing that can be done about it.
Completely legal. It's no disqualification.
I am honestly surprised that Chris Payne has not gotten more directly involved in the match by this point.
Maybe Chris Payne really just wanted to scout the upcoming competition. Maybe he's the smartest man in the room.
Well, I wouldn't go that far unless he's the only man in the room. Yeah, maybe him and a goldfish, and that might be the case. But
that's why you don't have many friends around.
I just try to call it like I see it. But
big chop! Good Lord, stinging.
But yeah, Chris Payne's the one with the night off on the outside, while these two are taking each other apart in the center of the ring.
Oh, rolling! What was Rolling Thunder, Senton?
Well, I think he might have been going for a leg lariat. I don't know. I think he just tried to hurl all 16 stone worth of Gaelic aggression at Jimmy Fahrenheit, and yeah, he connected with that ample posterior. It was more than enough.
The PWA must have stock in a chair factory. This is ridiculous.
Or
They're
at least-
taking out one chair after another after another.
I was going to say, we've barely got enough room to hold all the people that want to get into this building. The last thing we can afford to do is lose places for them to sit.
Wait a minute, Lafferty is. It looks like he's taking off one of the turnbuckle
yeah, he
pads.
already threw one of them
Yeah,
out and
yeah.
threw one back in.
Yeah, he threw the top one off, and now the middle one's gone too. The top and middle
And it
turnbuckle
appears
are
that
gone.
he is attempting to send a message to Chris Payne. And
That's very little padding to begin with, and now there's none.
no, that steel bolt, that buckle, that connector, yeah, is only covered by the merest hint of decorative padding, and even that bit of protection is
Set up with a
non-existent.
spear. He's got him set up.
Oh!
Fahrenheit's out of the way.
Right into the exposed
Lafferty
buckle,
hit the corner.
hoisted with his own petard.
I think
And
he's out.
he's only up on his feet with the aid of the ropes. You can see
He
that.
is out on his feet.
It looks like about 2:30 on a Saturday night after half a dozen pints of Guinness for that man. Shadowboxer stumbles right into a super kick, and
Jimmy's going up top.
This is where Jimmy Fahrenheit wants to try to put away Lafferty right here and erase all doubt about who the #1 contender is. Oh, huge splash!
It's over. If he can cover him, it's over.
From the highest heights in the PWA arena all the way down.
2, 3.
Wait a minute. It looks like a bit of a premature bell there.
Wait a minute. Payne's got the bell. What's he doing? Why did Chris Payne ring the bell?
We're going to try to get
two.
We're going to try to get confirmation of that. Get his official
The
decision here.
referee hadn't come down for the 3 count yet.
Well, I had to go over and check and see what was going on. The match apparently is going to continue.
Spear. Jimmy is down.
Referee declared the match must continue.
3. What is? Payne pulled the referee. He just knocked the referee down.
Payne's apparently done sitting on the sidelines, and I don't know what his motivation is here.
The referee's down,
But
Lafferty's down.
We have no referee.
Jimmy's down.
Both men down. He's got a chair.
Payne's got a chair. We've got another chair.
And these two men have done enough to each other with the chairs without Payne.
Jimmy Fahrenheit's got a broken nose. We got turnbuckle covers removed. No disqualification. Nobody can do anything about this.
Well, and it's just another main event at the PWA arena as far as I'm concerned. Because
Chris Payne's backing up. And guess what's behind him? Oh, this isn't good. Oh, got him by the hair. Big right hand.
exchange of blows center of the ring. This appears to have completely broken down now. Any
Payne
semblance we had
firing back, though.
any semblance we had of a wrestling match
European uppercut.
has long since dissipated. I guess it just remains to be seen.
Got him with a low blow. The champ got him low.
I guess Chris Payne wants to
Right on the back of the head and neck.
have more say in who his next opponent will be. Because
Well,
it
it's
was,
not going to be Lafferty because he just smashed him on the back of the head and the neck with the chair.
we've had to call for help from the back to get this
But
situation
Lafferty's
sorted.
back up.
Somehow,
Referee's
unbeknownst to
coming
Chris
out here.
Payne,
He's got Payne. You got Johnny Long out here. All the referees are coming out to break this up. Payne and Lafferty still going at it. Jimmy's still down.
we don't know what the end result of this is going to be.
Super kick to Lafferty. Lafferty's off his feet.
Oh, looking for the big cannonball, that rolling senton. Definitely,
What is the decision on this match?
well, right now we've got total chaos. We've just got
Fahrenheit back to his feet. He's getting a hold of Payne. But Lafferty
Well, he's
won't
certainly
stay
not-
down.
Payne is certainly going to have to deal with the anger and the animosity from both of these men. Oh, and takes
There
a cheap
goes
shot at a
another
referee.
Payne has taken out 2 referees. Lafferty jumped over Jimmy to get to Payne. Payne and Lafferty going at it. Fahrenheit and Payne going at it. Now Fahrenheit attacking Lafferty. I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. I just want to know why Chris Payne decided to take, this particular course of action.
Now Lafferty knocked out the third referee. We've got help coming from the back.
I mean, that's the only way that these two guys are going to get separated. Quite frankly, I think that's it's a no contest, or at the very least, a double disqualification. Even though this is a no DQ match, there's no decision that's going to be rendered. But we do have an announcement from the championship committee, who quickly came to terms on a resolution for this situation. So listen up, and you're about to find out just what that's going to be. As we see the action continue to...
Fahrenheit, he's still trying to go at it.
Yeah.
The guys are trying to break it up.
I mean, we got a ring full of people, wrestlers, referees.
We have 3 referees down. We got wrestlers from the back out there. Jimmy's up on the top rope.
He's obviously not
Takes
done.
out everybody.
Flying crossbody, took them all down like bowling pins. Fans, if I may have your attention, I have been asked to inform you that this match is being declared a no contest due to the actions of champion Chris Payne. Furthermore, the PWA Championship Committee has declared that in 2 weeks, on January the 20th, champion Chris Payne must defend his title against the Irish Hitman Lafferty and Jimmy Fahrenheit in a 3-way dance.
Wow, what an announcement.
Yes, I am thrilled that the PWA made such a decision so quickly, and that is what we have in store for our main event on January the 20th, a 3-way dance. Chris Payne defends the title against Jimmy Fahrenheit and Lafferty.
Well, Aaron, I don't know about you, but this has been fun. I am looking forward to January the 20th. I am looking forward to the tag team title match against Forte-Rico. I am looking forward to seeing all the PWA fans again. And Aaron, I don't think I wouldn't mind doing this with you again.
Well, I would certainly invite you back here to the commentary table for our next episode of the PWA Experience. Thank you, fans, for joining us. We hope to see you on the 20th, and check out PWAOhio.com for the information about all of our upcoming events.